Good morning, dear friends. I hope you are well and ready to watch our lesson. Now let us start. Today our topic to revise is adjective. That's here you see that adjectives are words that describe their qualities or states of being nouns. For example, smart, yellow, dirty, tiny, fat, fun, fast, etc. And adjectives can also describe the quantity of nouns. For example, many, few, millions, 11, a little, little, and so on. Adjectives, remember, adjectives do not modify verbs or adverbs or other adjectives. So it means that we can't say that it is, for example, usual, we are having usual hot. No, it is incorrect ways of saying it like this. Later we'll learn how to modify adjectives. That adjectives are modified with the help of adverbs, for example, usual hot, but not usual hot. According to their structure, adjectives have three forms: simple adjectives, derivative adjectives, and compound adjectives. What about simple adjectives? Simple adjectives consist of just only one stem. It means that they don't take any prefix or suffix. For example, hot, big, large, smart, clever, fat, thin, thick, etc. And what about derivative adjectives? I give into your consideration the most productive adjective forming suffixes. They are IBLE or ABLE. That what about adjectives to form their derivative form? Comfortable, possible, impossible, etc. All these suffixes, dear friends, are added to the end of nouns to form derivative adjectives. Then the second one suffix is Y, cloudy, rainy, snowy, foggy, etc. Less, it is considered to be the opposite of Y. Cloudy, cloudless, windy, windless, rainy, rainless. Ish, childish, foolish, English. AL, cultural, historical, economical. Full, peaceful. EN, wooden, woolen. Ik, heroic. Ed, cultured, married. OUS, famous, dangerous. LY, friendly, lovely. Ink, interesting, boring, tiring, etc., etc. What about compound adjectives? Now pay attention the form and the components of compound adjectives. Number plus noun, adjective plus noun, adjective plus present participle, noun plus present participle. So again, noun plus adjective, noun plus past participle, adverb plus past participle, adjective plus past participle. What about samples? Number plus noun, 5 minutes, 3 hour, 10 story, 1 way, 20 page. Pay attention, they are written spelling form, so they are written through dash. Then adjective plus noun, last minute, full length, short term, long term, short distance, long distance. Adjective plus present participle, good looking, long lasting, easy going, tight fitting, etc. Noun plus present participle, months, watering, record breaking, time saving. Noun plus adjective, world famous, smoke free, ice cold, snow white. Noun plus past participle, wind powered, sun dried, middle age. Adverb plus past participle, highly developed, then highly educated. Adjective plus past participle, old-fashioned, long forgotten, ready-made, etc. You have to remember these kinds of adjectives. It means that that all three forms of the adjectives, because they are very, very important when we form the comparative and superlative degrees of adjectives. One of the most important points while speaking about adjectives is adjective order. It means that order of adjectives in a sentence. From this slide, you see how adjectives stand in the positions of one more adjectives within one sentence. First, we put there our own opinions. Then second place is given to the size of the noun of the object. Then third place is occupied by the age. That after age comes shape. Then shape is followed by color. Then after color we use the origin. Then where it comes from. Then material, wooden, woolen, silver, gold, etc. And the last place is given to the purpose. For example, coffee table. One more thing I would like, so once more, to give into your attention that if any determiner is used, this determiner is put that at the beginning. So determiners can be articles, both articles, definite articles, indefinite articles. They can be possessive pronouns, they can be demonstrative pronouns, and others. For example, a lovely small, for example, boy, or that a wonderful, for example, day, etc. Now let us do some exercises concerning to adjective order. The first sentence, the woman is wearing a, what about the dress? And here are two options, yellow long or long yellow. That you remember that the first is given to the size and the second is given to the color. She is wearing a long yellow dress. He is a man, tall, thin, or thin, tall man. Which one? He is a tall, thin man. Then the company makes products, excellent farming or farming excellent. Excellent is our own opinion, so opinion comes first and this is the purpose. The company makes excellent farming products. Number 4, James recently departed on a trip. Camping long, long camping. Camping is the purpose. So it's our option or our right answer is B, long camping. I love eating strawberries, red big or big red. We know that first comes this one, size, and then comes color, big red strawberries. The women did well on the test. The young, intelligent, or intelligent young. Of course, intelligent is our own opinion. So, and the intelligent young women did well on the test. When we speak about adjectives, we have to mention the degrees of comparisons. As you know, dear friends, adjectives have 3 degrees. One of them is positive degree. This is the adjective itself, that no suffixes are added to the end of the adjectives, that they are the basic form of the adjectives. And second is comparative degree, and the third is superlative degree. And here are some ways of forming the comparative and superlative degrees of adjectives. Now let us look through this table. When we see or when we take monosyllabic adjectives, we form their comparative and superlative degrees with the help of the suffixes. For the comparative degree, the suffix er, and for the superlative, est. For example, long, longer, longest, cold, colder, the coldest, hot, hotter, the hottest. And one more thing that you have to remember, this is the spelling. If adjective ends, monosyllabic adjective of course, ends with vowel consonant, so the last consonant is doubled. For example, hot, hot, hotter. T is doubled, but with cold, nothing about the last consonant to be doubled, because here we see consonant, consonant. And then bisyllabic adjectives that they end with Y, ER, they take ER, EST for their comparative and superlative degrees. Only the adjectives, two syllable adjectives ending with Y, ER, E, and OW. For example, busy, busier, the busiest. Then lucky, luckier, the luckiest. Clever, cleverer, the cleverest. Narrow, narrower, the narrowest. Then adjectives consisting of two or more than two syllables, they are polysyllabic adjectives. They form their comparative and superlative degrees with the help of more and most. So it means that they give the meaning of comparative degree and superlative degree when they are used with more and most. For example, interesting, more interesting, most interesting, intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent. And one more thing, when you do your test, one important thing is that superlative degrees of adjectives are used with article the. For example, interesting, more interesting, the most interesting. Then clever, cleverer, the cleverest. But remember, if adjectives that are in superlative degree are followed by determinants, for example, they are demonstrative pronouns, they are possessive pronouns, no article is used. For example, he is my best friend. We never say he is the best friends. One more thing to bring into your consideration is that there are irregular adjectives as well. These irregular adjectives do not take ER or EST, and their comparative and superlative degrees are formed with the help of different stems. They are good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, little, least, least, much, many, more, most, far, farther, further, farthest, late, later, last, or the latest, old, older, elder, oldest, and eldest. Elder and eldest are used when we speak about the members of the families. For example, my elder brother, my elder sister, my elder aunt, my elder, for example, uncle, or my father is the eldest in our family, but not oldest. But my father is the oldest among his friends. To remember one more thing, when to use superlative degrees. If you, when you do your test, if you see these expressions in the world, that in the family, in our class, on the earth, or have ever seen, or have ever done, or have ever met, and with these expressions, we always use superlative degrees of adjectives. For example, he is the most famous person I have ever seen, or it is the most important question I have ever, for example, answered, or it is the oldest city, for example, in our country. Actually, with comparative degrees, we use conjunction than. When you see the conjunction than, remember comparative degree is used. For example, she is older than my sister, or this article is more interesting than that article, or that today the weather is hotter than it was yesterday. But with the conjunction as, not so as, we use a positive degree. For example, today the weather is as hot as it was yesterday, or today the weather was not so hot as it was yesterday. It gives us the meaning that today the weather is hotter than yesterday. And very to enough. What do they mean? And what about the usage of them? They are the three words that are very easily confused by our language learners or by our students. To, very, and enough. Very plus adjective, to plus adjective. What does it mean? It means that very and to come in front of the adjective but not after the adjectives. For example, very hot, or very interesting, or very important. Too hot, too interesting, too important. What is the difference between using of very and to? If adjectives is used with to, it gives us a negative meaning. If we say that today the weather is too hot, so it means that you can't bear this weather, it is too hot. Or I have too much work to do, it means that you don't know what to start with and how to finish it. It means that you are really very, very busy. And I am too busy today, it means that I have too much work to do. So to gives us negative meaning. The second one is to plus adjective for someone plus infinitive. For example, you are too old to understand me, or today the weather is too cold to go for a walk, or he is too small to do it. The coffee is too hot for me to drink. The coffee is too hot to drink. It means that it is impossible to drink it. Enough. Enough comes after adjective. Remember, enough comes after adjective. The coffee is hot enough, but not enough hot. Then he is strong enough, but not enough strong. He is strong enough to climb the wall. But if enough denotes the quantity of the noun, it stands at the beginning of the noun. For example, there are enough people, or I have enough books, for example, to do my test, or to learn my lesson, or to write my article. Now let us compare. She is very young. She is too young to drive. She is very young. This is a positive meaning. She is very young. She is too young to drive, so it means that she shouldn't be allowed to drive because she is too young to drive. Then she is not old enough to drive. That someone might say that, why is she driving the car? And you say that, no, she is not old enough to drive a car, or she is not, for example, young enough to understand me. So it means that she can understand you. Let us do some exercises in order to see how well we remember using of to, very, and enough. The first sentence: the hot and sour soup was too very enough spicy for me to eat. I couldn't swallow it. And which one is the okay answer? Now let us see. Of course, the answer is to, because you can't eat it. It gives us negative meaning. The second one: I'm just, here are three versions, tired to work anymore. Now let us see which is the correct answer. Of course, it is to, because you can't work anymore, and you say that I am really too tired to work. Is this box light enough to ready for you to carry? Which answer is okay answer? Now let us see. 2. Yes. Is this box too light for you to carry? Do you remember? 2 plus for someone and plus infinitive. Do you have enough or too or very money for emergencies? Now let us see. If it is about the noun, which one? Too or very? Yeah, this is enough money. How much calcium is too very enough to prevent bone loss? Much. Now let us see how much. This is enough. Don't worry about your mother. She will be home. Which one? Very or too or enough? This is positive meaning. Of course, it will be very. And the last one here, I'm very too enough interested in everyone's opinion. So I appreciate your view. I am, what is, too interested or very interested? Which one do you think? Yes, this is very interested. It is positive meaning because you appreciate the other's opinion as well. At the beginning of our lesson, we mentioned that adjectives describe nouns but not verbs. But here are some verbs. They require adjectives. These verbs are not action verbs and they don't answer the question what to do. And these verbs denote the emotions and states. And with these verbs, we always use adjectives. These verbs are to be, to become, to look, to seem, to smell, to taste, to feel. And then plus adjectives. And if they are used if the meaning of the adjectives has to be used in a superlative degree, you see that the superlative degrees of these adjectives with these verbs is used with article de. For example, I am good, or I am better, or I feel the best, or I feel the worst. Then you look beautiful. You look more beautiful today. You look the most beautiful, but not most beautiful. Be very careful with two verbs, smell and taste. If smell and taste is used in the meaning of situation, in that case, smell and taste require adjectives. For example, it smells bad but not badly. It tastes bad but not badly. But I smell, I taste carefully but not careful, because who does it? And the question is, what do? I smell. What do? I taste. But what about coffee? Coffee tastes sour, or coffee tastes bitter. It is adjective. And the second one, we know that with comparative degree, the article isn't used. The article is used with superlative degrees of adjectives. But there are some fixed expressions. They are comparative degrees, but we always use the article with these expressions. They are the more, you see, the fewer, the less, or the fewer, the more, or the fewer, the less, or the less, the more, the less, the fewer. So it depends on our opinion. For example, the fewer people, the better. But we don't say a fewer, or the fewer without any article, or the less knowledge, the more dangerous. With this structure or with these expressions, we always use the. Dear friends, to sum up all the material that we have revised with you, we'll finish with doing some exercises. They are the mixed tests. Now let us see how well we have remembered. Now first, choose the right answer. that all the 5 exercises have the same instruction. Choose the right answer. The first, how can I get to Gap post office? You must get off at stop. Near, nearest, the nearest, the next, the next, the next, the next, nearer, nearer, nearest. To post office. And you ask about the distance. It means that which one is the nearest distance. And what about the near and nearest? Near, the A variant is incorrect. Why? Because post office is a countable noun, so there is no article A, so that's why the variant A is incorrect. Then what about D? We can use the next post office, but so it means that you don't need this post office and you need the other one. And what about the nearer? It doesn't have any article here because comparative degree takes indefinite article if after it comes countable singular noun. It is the same with E as well, nearer, nearest, they don't have any article there. Then what about C variant, the next, next, so again the problem is with the article. In that case, which variant is correct variant? Of course, B, the nearest and the next. Second one, yesterday's match was game I have ever seen. If you remember, we said that with superlative degrees of adjectives are taken if we say ever seen or ever met or in the world, in our family or on the earth. We use which degree? Of course, superlative degree. So in that case, our correct answer is most exciting. Not most exciting, but it is the most exciting, the last one, because with the variant D, we don't see any definite article because superlative degree is used with a definite article. Number 3, many people like traveling by air because it is, and if you see and that 2 gaps, it means that both gaps are for adjectives, and if you see and between adjectives, it means that both adjectives have to be used in the same degree. For example, positive degree, comparative degree, or superlative degree. So they should be used in the same degree. Now let us see which variant are or say us that adjectives are in the same degree. More comfortable, much quicker. More comfortable, quicker. Then most comfortable, quick. Most comfortable. The first part is superlative degree, and second is positive degree. Comfortable, more quicker. That here is one mistake, that quicker is forms its comparative degree with the help of ER, so it doesn't need more here. Then a more comfortable, more quicker, so again problem is with more quicker, and which one is here? More comfortable and much quicker. With comparative degree we can use much. So our correct variant is A variant. Number 4, her son is as yours. We said that with as we use positive degree. Now let us see which one is positive degree. Intelligent, A is in the positive degree, but it doesn't have the second as here. Then C, intelligent than, it is incorrect variant because if we see here as, that second shouldn't be than. Then more intelligent, it is comparative degree, it is incorrect variant. So what about most intelligent? It is superlative degree, it is incorrect variant. In that case, our correct variant is B. Her son is as intelligent as yours. The last one. Your last composition was than your first one. You see here than. When we see than, which degree to take, dear friends? Yes, you're right. We take comparative degree. Now let us see which one is in comparative degree. Readable is positive, then the most readable is superlative. Very readable is positive. Then what about E? Most readable is superlative. In that case, our correct variant is 3. Composition was more readable than your first one. So, dear friends, I think that our today's lesson was useful for you, and after revising the adjectives and using of the adjectives, you will find to do your test, you will do your test easily, and you will not confuse the most important points. And the most important thing is that be very careful. Find the mutual understanding between you and your test. Don't be in a hurry. Think carefully and circle the OK variant. So that's all for today, dear friends. See you next time. Bye.
Uşaqlar, insan ana dilini hansı ardıcıllıqla öyrənir? Bəli, körpə əvvəl eşitdiklərini anlayıb uyğun şəkildə reaksiya verir. Sonra insanları təqlid edərək danışmağa başlayır. Məktəbə gedəndə oxumağı, sonra fikirlərini yazmağı öyrənir. Səlis danışmaq və savadlı yazmaq üçün isə ana dilinin qaydalarını öyrənir. Bu ardıcıllığa əməl edən insan öz dilini əla bilir. Bəs xarici dil? Onu öyrənməyin rahat yolu hansıdır? Mən şagird olanda bizə xarici dili bu ardıcıllıqla öyrədirdilər. 1. Ayrı-ayrı sözləri, 2. Dil qaydalarını, 3. Oxumağı, 4. Yazmağı, 5. Danışmağı və 6. Danışanları anlamağı. Mənə və yoldaşlarıma bu şəkildə öyrənmək o qədər də asan deyildi. Qəribəsi də o idi ki, sözlərin mənası, qrammatikanı əla bilirdik. Amma xarici dildə danışanları anlamırdıq. Dilimiz topuq vururdu, əcnəmilər də bizi başa düşmürdülər. Öz təcrübəmdən çıxış edərək sizə aşağıdakıları demək istəyirəm. İlk olaraq bir həqiqəti qəbul edin ki, dil bilmək, həmin dildə şifahi nitqi başa düşmək, danışmaq, yazılı mətnləri anlamaq və yazmaq deməkdir. Dil qaydalarını bilmək isə bütün bu sadalananları düzgün etmək üçün lazımdır. Qaydaları əzbərləmək deyil, onların istifadə məqamını öyrənmək vacibdir. 2. Anlamasanız da xarici dildə bütöv mətnlərə qulaq asın. Yeni başlayanda özünüzü körpə kimi hiss edəcəksiniz. Hələ başınızda qəribə bir ağrı da olacaq. Narahat olmayın, bu ağrı genişlənən beynin reaksiyasıdır. Bütöv mətn elə cizgi filmləri də ola bilər. Filmdəki hadisələr sizi maraqlandırsa, həvəslə baxacaq və anlamağa çalışacaqsınız. Bir çox söz və ifadələrin mənasını filmin məzmununa istinadən başa düşəcəksiniz. Anlamadığınız ifadəni tez öyrənmək həvəsi sizi lüğətə, elektron tərcümə vasitələrinə və dostlarınıza müraciət etməyə sövq edəcək. Məzmunla bağlı ifadə asanlıqla yadınızda qalacaq. 3. Böyük işi hissələrə bölüb yerinə yetirərlər. Buna fili tikə-tikə yemək deyirlər. Dil öyrənmək də axı balaca iş deyil. Hər gün ən azı 20 dəqiqə xarici dildə nəsə etməyi vərdişə çevirin. Şifahi nitqə qulaq asmaq, kitab oxumaq, fikir söyləmək, yazmaq, dil qaydası öyrənmək və s. 4. Sözləri ayrılıqda öyrənmək səmərə verməyəcək. Bütöv ifadələri öyrənin. Yadda saxlayın ki, dildə nə qədər çox söz olsa da, ilkin danışıq bacarıqları 200-250 ifadənin üstündə qurulur. Uşaqlar, 2-3 dil bilmək dövrümüzün tələbidir. Amma bir mühüm məsələni yadda saxlayın. Öyrəndiyiniz dillərin xüsusiyyətlərini ana dilimizə tətbiq etməyin. Dilimizin saflığını qoruyun. Vətənpərvərliyin bir təzahürü də budur. Dinlədiyiniz üçün təşəkkür edirəm. Sizin xarici dil müəlliminiz.